Ms. Digito, would you care to comment on this whole... Thank you.
Your Honor, saan niyo po ako gusto mag-comment? Ang nami po kasi.
Sa lahat po ng pinag-usapan, itong mga email exchanges po, yung kay Nancy Kyoge, yung pinag-usapan ngayon.
The credit came after lunch po. During the time, walang tawag, walang anything.
I'm sorry, what day?
February 5 po.
Okay,
The
February 5.
remittance, opo, yung mga accounts were credited like mga parang after lunch. Hindi ko na po matandaan yung exactong time. And then, I've asked my SERO, si Torres, to email Settlements Department to ask for an advance copy of the MT-103. Kasi nga po, nagulat din ako bakit biglang na-credit. Wala man lang tawag sa Settlements Department na ano ba to, or hingan man lang ako ng dokumento to support the remittances.
Bakit? Kung merong remittances, meron talagang tawag ang Settlements Department sa inyo?
In the previous banks po kasi that I've been with, may ganon, especially if it's big. They will ask for supporting documents to support the remittance. Pero dito po kasi nagulat ako, biglang na-credit yung accounts. And sila na rin naman po nagsabi, di ba? Pag na-credit na yung accounts ng kliyente, we are powerless para hindi siya ipa-withdraw. Kasi that's considered withdrawable kasi cleared balance siya. But still, yun nga, I've asked the SERO to email Settlements Department at around past 2 o'clock po. Pero they replied, mag-aalas 6 na ng gabi.
Anong reply nung alas 6 ng gabi?
Attachment lang po ng mga MT-103. Yung MT-103 po kasi, doon nakalagay yung mga details, kung saan siya galing, kano yung amount, sino yung beneficiary, and the purpose of the remittance.
When you say MT, that refers to money transfers?
Text.
Message text?
Opo.
103. Why 103?
Yun po yung bank code niya.
Bank code. Internal sa inyo yan,
Opo.
yung 103. So, you ask Ms. Torres,
Opo.
am I correct?
Yes.
You ask Ms. Torres to talk to the Settlements Department.
There's an email from Torres sent to Settlements Department requesting for a copy of the MT-103, which was sent to past 2 o'clock po. And they replied, I think a copy of which we have already submitted to your office.
Okay. So, nung nangyari yun, ano nang ginawa mo? Nung walang nangyari?
Yun nga po, kasi credited siya. So, when I got an inquiry of the, what's the balance, ganyan. Few hours po later, may instructions na on what to do. Pero those were just the first tranche. I think yun yung parang unang transaction po to convert to dollars, which should be remitted to Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii.
At sino nag-instruct sa iyo?
Si Sir Kim po.
Sino si Sir Kim?
Mr. Wong. Sorry.
Kim Wong.
Sorry po.
How was the instruction made?
Yun na po, i-convert po kasi lahat talaga yung dollars eh. Pero what I've converted during that time was yung kailangan lang for Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii. Kasi nga po, I was hoping na kasi mag-weekend siya, makakapag-ADB pa ako. Although the promise naman was when everything will be converted to peso, babalik naman sa akin yung peso ADB nun eh. Kaya lang po, noong February 9 nga, nagkagulo-gulo na. Hindi na siya bumalik sa akin.
Paano po siya nagbigay ng instruction sa iyo?
Over the phone po.
Over the phone, so hindi mo nakita siya. Telepono lang, tumawag siya sa iyo.
Opo.
At base doon, kinary out mo yung instruction.
Yeah, may mga forms po sent to the branch.
How were the forms sent to the branch?
Yeah, wala pong cash withdrawal actual yung mga yung dollar notes, walang ganun. It was just fund transfer. Yun nga po, in the form of withdrawal and deposit slips lang. Actually, yung February 5, wala pa naman pong ganong problema. Tapos yun nga po nung gabi, parang I received a call from my boss asking kung regarding the accounts. Tinanong lang naman po ako kung kailan na-open yung account. Sabi ko, May 2015 pa. Tapos parang, are you waiting for this remittance? Pero kung hindi yung remittance po, matagal ako naghihintay na ng malaking volume for the branch. But I did not say na matagal ko na tong iniintay. Because I didn't know. Kumbaga, nung nakipag-meeting po ako sa kanila nung una, when the account was open, hindi naman po nabanggit yan na may ganyan kalaki. All I wanted was an account. Si Mr. Wong just referred those accounts to me.
You said you talked to your boss. Your boss called you.
Yung district head ko called me.
Who is your district head?
Si Nestor Pineda po.
Nestor Pineda.
Apo. Siya yung una pong tumawag sa akin. He just inquired on the, yun nga po, yung mga accounts. And then he asked me kung parang, pwede muna ba natin yun i-hold, ganyan. Tapos sabi ko po, sir, bakit i-hold? Tapos sabi ko, kung gusto mo i-hold, sige, email mo na lang po ako. Tapos he didn't email me. And then I called up the other boss, yung regional sales director po, Bridget Capinya.
What's the name, please? What's the name?
Bridget Capinya.
Okay.
And then I told her nga, ma'am, pinapahold ni Sir Atoy yung, I'm referring to Nestor Pineda, pinapahold ni Sir Atoy yung credit for your remittance po. May mga withdrawals na nung hapon.
So, pinapahold ni Sir
Atoy.
Atoy. Oh.
Pero I asked him if he could email me para ma-hold yung funds. Tapos sabi niya, bakit i-hold remittance yan, cleared funds yan. Kung baga dumaan ng mga Chorus Bank yan, may due diligence yan, ganyan. So, hindi kailangan i-hold.
So, who said it's cleared funds?
Si Ma'am Bridget Capinya po. Kasi nga inward remittance siya eh. Kasi wala naman pong floating yun pag inward remittance eh.
Okay. And lastly, you said the withdrawal slips were brought to you.
Apo.
So I presume by a messenger.
Yes, sir.
Kilala mo yung messenger?
Opo.
Kilala mo?
Opo.
O, paano makilala yung messenger?
Nakikita ko lang po,
By face, you mean?
by face, oo.
Name?
Pero yung kilala. Hindi po ko yung pangalan, yung mukha lang.
Kanino messenger yun?
Sa Soler ko po siya nakikita eh.
Sa Soler. Okay. So binigay yung withdrawal slip sa'yo, pirmado na, I suppose.
Yes, sir. Permado na po siya. Tapos may mga post-it siya as to amount and kung kaninong account i-withdraw. Tapos kung kanino siya i-deposit.
Okay. Mr. Kim Wong, narinig niyo po. I would like your comment, please. Tungkol sa sinabi niya, merong daw, tinawagan mo daw siya on February 5, may nagbigay ka instructions over the phone, at saka nagpadala ka ng messenger na sabi niya kilala niya by face yung messenger at meron kang instructions pa daw sa post-it.
Yung sa phone po, sinabi sa Nigaw, i-deposit yung sa lahat kung 1 billion ipadala sa Maydas sa Eastern Hawaii. Yung
Sino po nagsabi?
Si Mr. Gao, instruct niya ako.
On that day?
Opo.
Okay.
Tapos yung iba, lahat ng natira, idaling sa Sulepo. Opo. Yung isa naman sinasabi nyo, yung pirma, yung mga ganun, hindi ko po alam yun.
Pero tinawagan mo si Miss Maya on that day?
Opo.
Anong sinabi mo sa kanya?
Yung sabi ko ni Gao, di ba si Gao deliver ko?
Yeah.
So sabi niya, 1B, ipadala sa Maydas, kasi
1B sa Maydas, okay.
Kasi bayaran ako 450 million, yung iba, idararo ng tao niya.
Oh.
Yung lahat, kung anong matira, ipadala. Yun lang po. Pero yung sinasabi, pirma ho, ganun, baka hindi ko po alam. Baka wala po ako alam nun.
So wala kang messenger na pinadala?
Wala po.
Wala. So as far as you're concerned, hindi totoo po yun? Yung
Hindi
sa
ko po
messenger?
alam. Pero wala po eh. Kasi hindi ko nakita, hindi ko po alam.
Okay.
Wala.
Okay. Miss Maya?
Sir, Your Honor, during the executive session, di ba, I told you naman po that whenever we meet, there's this Chinese guy who's always there. Kaya na I cannot identify him because I do not know his name talaga. I don't know if it's, if that is Mr. Yung dalawang Chinese po na sinasabi niya. I don't know who that is. But yung messenger po na sinasabi ko sa inyo na pumunta sa branch, yung nakikita ko po yun sa Soler, kasama ng mga Chinese na yun.
Okay. So anything else that you want to add sa instructions or anything?
Yun lang po yung, Your Honor, yun lang po yung instructions ng February 5. And then pagdating po nung February 9, nga po, we received an email from settlements on the recall of funds. Kaya lang po, nung nabasa ko po kasi yung recall na yun, nung nabuksan ko yung email, May mga transactions na po kasi. But I immediately called Torres and Agarado. Kasi tatlo kaming naka-CC doon eh. Tatlo kami naka-email doon. So I've asked both of them if they got a call from settlements regarding the recall of funds.
February 9, February
Yes.
9. What time?
That was mga past 12 na po nung nabasa ko yung
12 lunchtime.
Apo. Tapos, tinanong ko silang dalawa kung may nabasa na sila or na-receive na sila. Or kung may tumawag sa settlements regarding the recall of funds. And then they said, walang tumawag. And then sabi ko, parang, anong ginawa nyo? Kasi sabi ni Agarado, may nabasa na siyang recall. Your Honor, gusto ko lang linawin na in the branch po kasi magkahiwalay kami. Marketing side po ako. Operation sila. If they got the recall of funds message first, they should have called operations. Hindi po ako. Nasa marketing side ako. Hindi ko control yung mga ganon, yung pag-hold ng funds. Kumbaga, hindi ko naman po sinasabi, pero it's more on their control side. But immediately upon knowing na wala kaming nagawa at may mga na-withdraw na dun sa beneficiary's account, I immediately called my boss. Diba? Si Bridget Capina po. Dumiretso na nga po ako eh. Hindi na ako dumaan kay Nestor Pineda. I told her may problema ako because there's a recall of funds email and wala na ako marirecall dun sa apat na na-creditan na beneficiaries. But I know where the funds still are. It's still with William Go and some of which are still with PhilRem. So I was hoping they could still they could still do something about it.
This is verbal or email?
Verbal po. Call.
Okay. You
And
told them it's the funds are still with PhilRem.
Sinabi ko po, wala dun sa actual beneficiaries, but it was transferred to, William, and some of which are still with PhilRem. Andun pa naman po talaga yung pera eh. Tapos, ang sabi ni Ma'am Bridget sa akin, parang, sige, I'll let you talk to Raul Tan. Diba? Baka po after nito may libel na naman akong case. So, hinand over niya yung phone kay Sir Raul. And then I was telling them, Sir, I have a problem. There's a recall of funds that I read late na. Kasi hindi naman real time yung email eh. And I was hoping, since recall of funds yun, somebody from settlements could have called the branch and alarmed us na hindi na pwede mag-allow ng withdrawal kasi may recall na. Pero wala kasing ganong nangyari. So, nagsabi po ako sa kanila. And then, ang sabi ni Sir Raul, yung kausap ko po siya, sabi ko, Sir, may problema ako. Diba? Kasi wala na ako ma-recall dun sa apat na accounts na nakreditan. Pero yun nga, nandun pa yung mga funds. And then he told me, hindi natin problema yun. Problema ng Bangladesh yun. Diba? And then, after that, may mga series of text messages ako, which I already forwarded to your office regarding what is happening. So,
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
nag-inform po ako sa kanila. I wanted to do something about it. Diba? Hindi ko po minadali yung withdrawal. Diba? Nagkataon lang po na nandun na kasi yung instructions. The signatures were verified. Fully accomplished naman yung withdrawal slip. Wala naman akong authority. Tsaka wala naman pong cash withdrawals talaga. Wala akong authority to hold it. Sila na rin na naman nagsasabi, under the law, hindi namin pwede sabihin hindi pwedeng ipa-withdraw. But immediately after I got the recall message, nung nabasa ko na po lahat yung mga SWIFT message, nagsabi naman po ako eh. And you can base it everything on the screenshots of the text messages that I sent you. In-inform ko po sila lahat doon. And February 9, alam na nilang may problema. But still, they continued to trade the dollar.
Sige, give the chance to my colleagues, Senator Recto.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just maybe 2 or 3 quick points, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I did take a look at this document submitted by Ms. De Quito, no? And you read some of this already earlier, Mr. Chairman. No? What this appears to be is that hindi lang siya computer as being claimed also. That there were some exchanges made by email, no? That, yes, it was possible for the RCBC to hold the accounts based on what the chairman read earlier, no? And the reply of the attorney of RCBC is that the word crediting was used lightly.
Erroneously.
Okay. But they seem to be very self-explanatory as well, no? The documents themselves. No? And if you look at the text messages, do you have a copy of these text messages? Have you ever seen them?
She submitted some text messages, some of which were disputed as real by Mr. Go, for example. And I saw some other text messages. I'm not certain what
It's
is
only
real
fair that
anymore
you have a
from them.
copy of this and that you
Yes.
see it also. No? But yes, it would appear based on the testimony of Ms. Quito that there were still exchanges on February 9. And there were certain responses that made it appear na okay lang continue with all of these transactions, basically. If you go by all these documents here that we have copies of right now, no? But let me also ask Ms. De Quito. Ms. De Quito, you mentioned in previous hearings here that you admit to giving instructions to Ms. Salud or to Concon Bautista about remittances to the accounts of as ordered to you by Mr. Wong, di ba?
Yung dalawa lang po, the Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii po.
Yes,
That was the first transaction during February 5.
Yes. Eastern Hawaii was 1 billion.
Sir, yung amount hindi ko na siya matandaan. But,
And then Bloomberry, another 1 billion,
Apa,
basically.
parang ganun po.
Thereabouts. No? And all the others you deny, yung mga cash transactions.
Wala pong instruction sa akin as to cash deliveries.
You never gave any of those instructions to PhilRem.
No po.
Di ba? Okay. And, well, earlier we discussed you did have dinner with Mr. Kim Wong.
Excuse me?
You did have dinner in Soler with Mr. Kim Wong on February 5 evening.
Yes, sir.
Together with Concon Bautista.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have a text message nung February 4 po kay Sir Kim. Dapat Feb 4 pa kami magkikita eh. Pero this is not about the remittance, to be very honest. I was supposed to go to Soler February 4 pa. Kaya lang I begged off because I need to pick up my daughter at school. That's why I told him, sige, bukas na lang po after office.
Madalas ba kayo sa Soler talaga?
Hindi po madalas. I would go there po pag may pinapatawag ako ni Sir Kim. May pinag-uusapan po kasi kami. Pero hindi po yun yung remittance.
Anong pinag-uusapan pa ninyo?
Hindi kasi sir, he admitted naman that he has an account with East West Bank, diba? Kasi hindi na masyadong kilala yung BM doon. So, whatever instruction that he has for that particular account, pinapadaan po siya sa akin.
Okay.
Yun lang po yun.
Okay. So, maliwanag ba sa inyo when you had dinner with Mr. Wong and nandyan si Mr. Concon Bautista? Did you notice also that delivery? Do you admit that 20 million ikaw nagbigay kay Mr. Wong?
Sir, yun nga po baka po nako-confuse si Sir Kim kasi halos kasunuran ko yung tao ni PhilRem. Wala po akong dala sa Soler. Nagkataon lang, I don't know kung nakaplano yung dinner nila Concon, ay nila PhilRem. Pero yung sa akin po kasi niyaya lang talaga ako because I was really supposed to meet him. Siguro in courtesy na lang kasi nandun ako. Pero during na nagdi-dinner, hindi na po namin napag-usapan yung dapat pag-uusapan namin.
So wala kayong napag-usapan dito dinner?
Wala po. Yung mga casual lang po. Yung mga walang mga kabagay-bagay.
Nagulat ka ba na nandun si Mr. Concon Bautista?
Hindi naman po.
Hindi. But,
kasi alam ko magkakilala naman po sila.
But did you know that that dinner na nagkaroon ng transaction na sila?
Opo. Ako nga po yung diba? Kumbaga, Sir Kim asked me to yung Bloomberry and Eastern
Hindi siya
Hawaii.
parang party dinner na, uy, successful tayo, this is the first 100 million.
Ay, sir, wala pong ganun.
Hindi ganon.
Hindi po
Consummated yung deal.
Kaya po hindi-
Payment na.
Wala pong ganun. Kaya nga po hindi siya napag-usapan because the instruction that I got during this day was just to remit to Soler, Bloomberry nga, and just Eastern Hawaii. As to cash, walang ganun. So we didn't talk about anything as far as the transaction is concerned.
Okay. Miss Salud, tinatanggap ni Maya De Quito that she gave you instructions only for these two accounts. Only for these two accounts. But all the cash transactions, hindi galing sa kanya. Who could it have possibly been?
Your Honor, galing po sa kanya.
Galing sa kanya. Hindi galing kay Mr. Wong.
Hindi po.
Kim, you never gave instructions to them na yung cash deliveries na, uy, kasama ko yung dalawang Chinese dito, eto si Deng at si Gao, magkakasama kami sa Soler, i-deliver mo yung 100.
Wala po, wala.
Wala kayong instruction na gano'n?
Hindi, ang meron pong request, yung first day ho, di ba?
Oo,
Kailangan nila kasi ng 200 million cash.
correct.
Opo.
Oo,
Tsaka yung kung ilan papadala nila sa Soler.
correct.
Opo.
Oo.
So,
So, sino nag-utos sa kanila magdala
Hindi.
ng pera sa Soler? Oo,
kasi yung nag-iusap sa akin si Ding Sigaw,
correct.
nang kailangan nila 200 million kasi nandiyan na yung player
Correct.
na gusto maglaro. Kasi may system ho kasi sa Soler na pag cash ka, mas magandang komisyon.
Correct.
Pagka chips, dead chips, mas maliit.
Correct.
So,
Naintindihan
gusto
ko.
nila po yung 200 million.
Correct.
Oo.
So, sino nag-utos sa kanila magdala ng first 100 million?
Hindi, kaya po, hindi nila nabuo. So, 100 lang dumating po.
Kaya nga, sino
Opo.
nag-utos nga sa kanila?
Ako po. Ako po nagsabi ko kay Maya po. Opo.
So, you told Maya to tell them to bring the 100 million in cash?
Sinabi po ni Gao, si Maya po kausap ko po. Hindi ko po sila kilala.
Hindi mo kilala si...
Hindi, kakilala ko, pero itong deal, hindi ko alam. Hindi po kami nag-usap.
Na-feel
Itong deal po, hindi po.
So, Gao told you, and you told Maya,
Maya po.
and Maya should have told them to bring the 100 million in cash.
Opo. No, 200 million po. Kung nadala ng
Pero
deal
100
po.
lang ang nadala.
Opo, opo.
Okay, so Maya, you don't recall that conversation?
Sir, ang naalala ko po kasi yun nga, yung parang sa Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii, kung basta po yung conversion ng dollars will be remitted to Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii. Hindi ko na po talaga matandaan kung may cash ang kasama.
Okay, in giving them instructions. Huh?
Opo. Yung during that February 5 po,
Okay. Okay. So finally, Miss Salud, may hinahanap pa rin tayong 17 million. Wala pa yung tanong, attorney. That's okay. Okay. You still stand by that you gave all of this to Mr. Wei Kangsu?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Were you part of that dinner also with Mr. Wong in the first night?
Yes, actually, Your Honor.
You were there.
Yes.
And Con was there.
Yes, we were supposed to have dinner in the Japanese restaurant. I told him I had a delivery. Sabi niya, sige, mag-dinner na ho kami doon. And then while we were there, we saw him, nagyaya siya. Sabi niya, kain daw ng Korean kasi bago yung Korean restaurant.
How come you never mentioned that in the first hearing?
Your Honor, when I do remittances, I only do the beneficiary, the other people who are not around or who are not part of the transaction.
No, but this is a Senate inquiry. You are hiding information from us. This is a Senate inquiry.
No, Your Honor, I'm not hiding information from you.
That's how it would appear. Huh?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, if that's how you feel, but I really am not hiding any
Yes.
information.
Okay. And it would appear to us that you had this dinner and you knew that instructions were being done by Mr. Kim Wong. And he claims that he was getting instructions, of course, from Mr. Gao and Mr. Deng, right?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, he said he's the interpreter of his Chinese players.
Correct.
And he was very happy because he was going to get paid for the loans that they have with him. That was the
Correct.
only...
So
yes.
you knew about that, right? Okay. And similarly, this $80 million went into your account in one day. And ang bilis ng transaction ninyo, ha?
Your Honor, hindi yan one day. Hindi po yan one day. It was in a period of so
The
many
big amount,
days.
yeah, in February 5 was $22 million.
No,
the
Your Honor,
balance
I'm
was
sorry.
in
I
February
think
9,
February 5 was 14.7.
correct,
Yes.
14.2 ata. Yeah, 14.7. And then February 9 is 20. February 10 was 18. Diba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And at this time, yung RCBC nga was warned already, but still, lumabas pa rin yung pera from William Go to the PhilRem account. And then you receive 15 million also on February 9. And then maliwanag the flow, nagpapalit kayo, it went to your another account in Unimart branch. Diba? And then February 10, you already sent money to Eastern Hawaii. You sent money already to Soler.
Opo, Your Honor.
Pero nandun pa rin, nawawala pa rin yung 20. And assuming 5 million yung binigay kay Kim Wong, that's what he claims. In effect, you know naman that Mr. Wong is saying that 17 million ang kulang ba?
Your Honor,
You
wala
understand
po.
that, right?
Yes.
You understand his testimony?
Yes, I know. Pero wala po kaming kulang na binigay. Lahat ho.
Lahat yung sinasabi niyo,
Yes.
binigay niyo sa
Wei Kangsu.
Wei Kangsu.
Yes.
And the only document you can show is that small piece of paper.
Sir, that is our delivery receipt.
Yes. For all this money.
Yes, Your Honor. That's our
Signed by
delivery
your
receipt.
messenger.
Yes, Your Honor.
And your
Your Honor,
messenger is
18
not
years
here.
na ho namin ginagawa ito. Yan ho talaga ang resibo namin. Kahit na ho, if you check ho.
O sige, pagpadala ka ng mga resibo dito sa lahat. Ganyan kalalaki Daan-daan milyon
Para ho sa ibang transactions, Your Honor.
What do you mean? O so magdadala kayo para maka-compare natin. Sinabi niyo for the last 18 years, we can compare those receipts. Yun lang talaga.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Kim Hinares, have you seen those receipts? Official receipt ba yan?
Sir, I have not seen their
Can we send the acknowledgement receipt to Ms. Paano ba yan? How does that work? Di ba? So you're willing to provide us copies, similar copies of these receipts?
Your Honor, I don't think I can give you other clients' receipts.
Yeah, but you claimed You claim similar. Ganito yung mga resibong binibigay ninyo. So we're just challenging you. Sige, para makita natin kung pare-pareho talaga. Sabi nyo, 18 years yung ginagawa.
Yes, sir, pero hindi ko namin mabibigay yung mga resibo na iba naming kliyente.
Bakit? Binibigay ba nyo sa BIR yun?
Hindi po. Kasi ano lang ho yun acknowledgement receipt lang ho yun.
Receipt. So, acknowledgement receipt, hindi mo kami pwede magpakita na talagang, ganun talaga.
Your Honor, hindi ko ho pwedeng bigay yung mga ibang
so that
resibo
will be
na.
your problem, That's gonna be a problem because you said, you made a claim na ganito talaga yung mga resibo natin. And now we're coming back to you. Sige, show us that this is your real practice.
That is the acknowledgement receipt
yeah.
whenever we deliver or...
Okay, ganun lang, Okay. So, malaki ang problema talaga dito. Now, one last item. I'll give you the opportunity to answer this because I received text messages today from certain media people. Because there are rumors around that you're finding a way to return the money. So, walang katotohanan yun.
Wala po, Your Honor.
Sige. So, at least I give you that opportunity to answer that question. Thank you very much.
Who wants to go? Okay.
Before Senator Aquino, no, it's okay. I'll give the floor to Senator Aquino. May I just ask the permission of the committee to show Mr. Kim Wong the affidavit of the... It contradicts everything that Kim Wong is saying.
The affidavit of the messenger who was always not feeling well whenever there's a hearing. Okay.
May I show it to him and basahin niyo ito, sabihin niyo sa amin kung ano tingin niyo kung totoo o hindi.
Okay.
Pero those were just the first tranche. I think yun yung parang unang transaction po to convert to dollars, which should be remitted to Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii.
At sino nag-instruct sa iyo?
Si Sir Kim po.
Sino si Sir Kim?
Mr. Wong. Sorry.
Kim Wong.
Sorry po.
How was the instruction made?
Yun na po, i-convert po kasi lahat talaga yung dollars eh. Pero what I've converted during that time was yung kailangan lang for Bloomberry and Eastern Hawaii. Kasi nga po, I was hoping na kasi mag-weekend siya, makakapag-ADB pa ako. Although the promise naman was when everything will be converted to peso, babalik naman sa akin yung peso ADB nun eh. Kaya lang po, noong February 9 nga, nagkagulo-gulo na. Hindi na siya bumalik sa akin.
Paano po siya nagbigay ng instruction sa iyo?
Over the phone po.
Over the phone, so hindi mo nakita siya. Telepono lang, tumawag siya sa iyo.
Opo.
Ms. Digito, would you care to comment on this whole... Thank you.
Your Honor, saan niyo po ako gusto mag-comment? Ang nami po kasi.
Sa lahat po ng pinag-usapan, itong mga email exchanges po, yung kay Nancy Kyoge, yung pinag-usapan ngayon.
Opo. The credit came after lunch po. During the time, walang tawag, walang anything.
I'm sorry, what day?
February 5 po.
Okay,
The
February 5.
remittance, opo, yung mga accounts were credited like mga parang after lunch. Hindi ko na po matandaan yung exactong time. And then, I've asked my SERO, si Torres, to email Settlements Department to ask for an advance copy of the MT-103. Kasi nga po, nagulat din ako bakit biglang na-credit. Wala man lang tawag sa Settlements Department na ano ba to, or hingan man lang ako ng dokumento to support
Money
message
transfers?
text.
Message text?
Opo. Para
103. Why 103?
Yun po yung bank code niya.
Bank code, internal sa inyo yan,
Opo.
yung 103. So, you ask Ms. Torres,
Opo.
am I correct?
Yes.
You ask Ms. Torres to talk to the Settlements Department.
There's an email from Torres sent to Settlements Department requesting for a copy of the MT-103, which was sent to past 2 o'clock po. And they replied, I think a copy of which we have already submitted to your office.
Okay. So, nung nangyari yon, ano nang ginawa mo? Nung walang nangyari?
Yun nga po, kasi credited siya. So, when I got an inquiry of the, what's the balance, ganyan. Few hours po later, may may instructions na on what to do, the remittances.
Bakit? Kung merong remittances, meron talagang tawag ang Settlements Department sa inyo?
In the previous banks po, kasi, that I've been with, may ganon, especially if it's big. They will ask for supporting documents to support the remittance. Pero dito po kasi nagulat ako, biglang na-credit yung accounts. And sila na rin naman po nagsabi, di ba? Pag na-credit na yung accounts ng kliyente, we are powerless para hindi siya ipa-withdraw. Kasi that's considered withdrawable, kasi cleared balance siya. But still, yun nga, I've asked the SERO to email Settlements Department at around past 2 o'clock po. Pero they replied, mag-aalas 6 na ng gabi.
Anong reply nung alas 6 ng gabi?
Attachment lang po ng mga MT-103. Yung MT-103 po kasi, doon nakalagay yung mga details, kung saan siya galing, kano yung amount, sino yung beneficiary, and the purpose of the remittance.
When you say MT, that refers to base doon, kinary out mo yung instruction.
Yeah, may mga forms po sent to the branch.
How were the forms sent to the branch?
Yeah. Wala pong cash withdrawal actual, yung mga, yung dollar notes. Walang ganun. It was just fund transfer. Yun nga po, in the form of withdrawal and deposit slips lang. Actually, yung February 5, wala pa naman pong ganong problema. Tapos yun nga po nung gabi, parang I received a call from my boss asking kung regarding the accounts. Tinanong lang naman po ako kung kailan na-open yung account. Sabi ko, May 2015 pa. Tapos parang, are you waiting for this remittance? Pero kung hindi yung remittance po, matagal ako naghihintay na ng malaking volume for the branch. But I did not say na matagal ko na tong iniintay. Because I didn't know. Kumbaga, nung nakipag-meeting po ako sa kanila nung una, when the account was open, hindi naman po nabanggit yan na may ganyan kalaki. All I wanted was an account. Si Mr. Wong just referred those accounts to me.